Welcome to Gone Outdoors. Kyle Agre and Scott Brewer of Brewer Agre Outdoors. Talking hunting, talking fishing, and talking just about anything you can do outdoors. This episode of Gone Outdoors is brought to you by Ray's Sport Marine, your local Lund Boats and Bennington Pontoon dealer in Moorhead. RaysMarineMoorhead.com. Adventure RV across from the fairgrounds in West Fargo, your number one RV dealer in the FM area. AdventureRVSales.com. Are you fishing for a snack or gas in Lakes Country? Lakeland General Store is your one-stop shop in the Lakes area at the junction of Highways 59 and 34 in Dunvilla. Devil's Lake Tourism, Line-X of Fargo. This is Line-X Country, home of the adventurous. And Onyx Fish. Find your next fishing spot with Onyx Fish. onxmaps.com/fish. And thank you for tuning in to Gone Outdoors this morning. We are so appreciative that you're listening in, whether you might be out there in the pickup, running to and from the blind or the field. Maybe you're out. That field might be a crop field, or it might be a grass field if you're a hunter or a farmer, depending on what it is. And so whether you're out there doing that, if you're up in the tractor or the combine, wherever you are listening in to Gone Outdoors, we appreciate it. We're glad you're here with us. We love talking outdoors, and that's what we're doing for the next hour, talking outdoors. Mr. Brewer, we had a great time last weekend doing a little salmon fishing out on Lake Sakakawea with one of our Gone Outdoors guests from a few weeks back, Mr. Chuck DeReamer.
Yeah, we certainly did. For those of you that have been longtime listeners to Gone Outdoors, we've had Chuck on the show many times. Usually talking about building rods. Once in a while, we'll talk about North Dakota salmon. And Chuck invited us out to Sakakawea to go out and chase some salmon. And the bite was really good earlier in the week. And, you know, because if you remember back 2 weekends ago, we had that cool weather, which then anybody that knows much about fishing this time of year knows that weather is such a big deal, because the fish are starting to fatten up for winter or whatever their purpose is. With salmon, they're getting ready to spawn and then die. At least the older ones are, you know, because they only live 3.5, 4 years old. And it's that time of year, once it cools down, that's their signal that things need to start moving.
Yeah, and like anything in nature, it's not just a door that's black and white and it's either closed or it's open. It tends to be a trickle, a to and a fro. It ebbs and flows. And like you say, Sky, last week we had one of those flows coming in with these salmon coming into the bays. And you know what? Warmed up again and things kind of slowed down again. And that's okay. That's fishing. We had a great time. We caught a few fish. The beauty of that place, which is one of the things I love so much, weather being a dependent factor on how the success of your trip goes. In so many of the things that we do, weather is a huge factor. And sometimes whether we can even get out on the water or the ice to begin with. And the thing about that venue is you've got this great big lake and all of the benefits it has to offer. But if you get a windy day, you just hop down below the dam into the Missouri River, and it's like a whole different world down there.
You know, and when you talk about weather, generally, I can think maybe a handful of times in my life when I've been in a boat and wished that the weather wasn't as nice as it was. And this was one of those cases, because when it warmed up, the salmon decided, well, Mother Nature is trying to trick us. We're back to summertime again. So the salmon stopped doing what we expected them to be doing. But man, it sure was nice. And like you said, that place is so beautiful with the lake. You know, we had a good friend of ours, Mike Toole. He had never been out Sakakawea, and he would not stop talking about just the natural beauty of all the little bays and all the little cuts and crevices in that lake, and how you could just explore them day after day after day. Whether you caught fish or not, it didn't matter. Just going out and exploring. But Mother Nature was nice to us in a way that the weather was beautiful, and we did catch some fish, which is good. And you catch one salmon a year or 10 a year or whatever it is, it takes a year for you to remember again just how strong those fish are. Holy cow, those things are strong. They can fight like no other fish.
They are muscle bound, they are determined, and they are a thrill at the end of the rod and the end of the line. And you're right, Scott. I mean, we caught some salmon. We had, no, we didn't get completely skunked. And I know we spent a little bit of time down in the Missouri River. We caught enough walleye there for a fish fry. We had fresh fish, a little catch and cook coating, and deep fry, along with some deep fried French fries and some other sides. Boy, oh boy, that was a really, really good time, and the weather was nice. We got to enjoy it, and I hope you got to enjoy some outdoor activity last weekend or in between as well, whether that be hunting, whether it be fishing, whatever it might be that you're in the outdoors enjoying. Get on out, because it isn't going to be long. We have really hyped up this fall season, Scott, and it's exciting, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, we're here. Slow down a little bit, because we got to take it all in, and we got to do all of the things. And for the vast majority of us, it goes by really quickly. So you got to savor it while we have it. And that is for sure. And hey,
for sure. And Kyle, let's jump back to the salmon just for a second. If you can squeeze another outdoor weekend into your schedule, highly recommend you go up there and chase these salmon, because these fish are bigger than they've been in a very long time. Because of the forage base, for some reason, these fish are 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 pounds bigger than they normally are on Lake Sakakawea. And if you want to catch a salmon of a lifetime, a North Dakota salmon of a lifetime, this is the year to do it, and the run is just starting.
Yeah, well, for some reason, Scott, I think that reason is those fish are like me. If there's food in front of them, they eat it. Wow. And so they have definitely gotten big. Hey, good luck to all of the anglers out there in the FM Walleyes Cormorant Fall Classic. I want to say it's the 38th or 39th year that event has been going on, and it's a real tradition. It's an event that is every fall in September. Big Cormorant Lake in Becker County. Some of the best walleye anglers in the area are out there duking it out. They're out on the water right now as we speak, so we'll see later today who comes back victorious on that one. But just want to wish all of those anglers the best of luck today.
Yeah, 38 years this year, and it is a tournament that has a lot of history. There's a lot of very, very good anglers in it. Every year there's a lot of great anglers. And it's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top this year.
It's going to be very, very fun, and we'll all be watching to see who that is. And speaking of who they are, we've got some guests, and who they are some incredible talents and knowledge base of the outdoors. And Scott, we've got a good one lined up today. Greg Jones from Midwest Outdoors. A lot of us know Greg. We've seen him on the TV. We've seen him through those Midwest Outdoor programs, but he's going to speak to FM Walleyes this coming week. He's going to talk a little bit about Lake of the Woods, Rainy River, what happens up there during the fall. It's going to be something we don't want to miss, but we're going to get a preview from Greg later on in the show. Sam Soholt, Stamp It Forward Duck Ruck is the event that is happening with Sam and his public land tees. He's going to walk 50 miles in one day to raise money to purchase duck stamps, and he'll explain why he's going to be doing that and why the duck stamp portion of this is so important. And Matt Schneider of Tacticam, we're going to get some tips on trail cam placement and trail cam strategies to get your hunting season moving in the right direction. He is an expert. He's going to give us those tips, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say. Folks, don't go away. We have to take a quick break right now, but we will be back with more Gone Outdoors.
Looking for somewhere to get all your fishing information in one place? Onyx Fish Midwest has something for you. Search for new fishing areas with filtering features such as species, abundance, trophy potential, lake survey info, regulations, and area insights are just a click away.
Getting to your target lake has never been easier with access points and public land ownership clearly marked on Onyx Fish. Mark and customize waypoints and weather for your exact location. Use code BA Outdoors to get 20% off OnX Fish Midwest at onxmaps.com.